Taylor Marshall was mad about Oikonomia, and I think Francis is actually bringing Oikonomia into the church as an Orthodox. It's a conspiracy. Francis is secretly Orthodox, right? With his gravel voice. But what I'm trying to say is that we didn't have that problem because we understood that you can't have a one size fits all answer to every single moral problem. And that was the problem of the Pharisees. So Oikonomia is the bishop making the decision. How do you think the church in the first millennium operated? Through the local bishop making the decision. You can't ask the Pope to solve all the problems in the ancient world. He's 1,000 miles away. How's he going to solve all the
It's even in
problems?
the canons. I think there's a canon in Nicaea that states that, like, now they have this pen and shit, like, oh, you do this, you get this. It's like a menu. I think there's something, like even criticizes, oh, you just you do what your priest does. Yeah, there's a canon about that. It says that penance needs, like, you need to understand that in penance, it needs to be in accordance to the penitent. That's why we need to
Right.
take
This is actually this is that they will actually cite that in their proofs of how indulgences develop. They'll actually admit, they'll say, well, indulgences are because in the early church, if you would committed a serious sin and you were refraining from the table for 6 years, if the bishop gave you that long of a penance, he could also, if he saw that you were truly contrite, he could remove that temporal punishment of 6 years or whatever that was laid upon you from coming to the Eucharist. And so therefore, that's how they will argue this in their apologetic. That's how they will say, oh, see, now we have the ability to remove any kind of temporal punishment. And it just turns into this giant algorithm equation scheme, which is ludicrous and crazy.
But that's economia.
But it's economia. They're admitting economia.
So we have canons that teach economia in the early councils, and that tell you not to be a spurg about canonical law.
And by the way, all we have to do to refute that stupid argument is just appeal to the Uniates once again, because the Uniates will operate just like we do.